So the other day, Xbox finally had its podcast, of all things, detailing what they're going to be doing going forwards. So let's talk about that. So for weeks and weeks and weeks, there's been rumours going around the industry that Microsoft are going to go third party, they're going to stop making hardware, they're going to have all their games come out on PlayStation and Switch, and in actual fact, what it's turned out to be is 4 games that Phil Spencer won't talk about.
Just 4 games, not a change to our kind of fundamental exclusive strategy. I'm not going to name those games, so I won't be talking about the titles specifically. We looked at games that are over a year old. So they've been on Xbox and PC for a while. A couple of the games are community-driven games. We think it's important that these service-based games that have communities behind them, that they can have confidence that they're going to exist in the future. 2 of the other games are smaller games.
So we know that these games are over a year old. 2 of them are community games, or like live service games, and 2 of them are smaller games. So we already know what they are. It's Sea of Thieves, Grounded, Pentiment, and Hi-Fi Rush. So apart from Grounded, we've all been hearing about the other 3 for like what seems like forever now, for a good few weeks. None of these games are games that you would identify as Xbox games.
We're never really meant to be built as kind of platform exclusives and all the fanfare that goes around that.
They're not a Forza, they're not a Halo, they're not Gears of War. They're games that Microsoft want to get more money out of by putting them on other platforms.
That have reached their full potential, I'd say, on Xbox and PC.
There was the big game that everyone was talking about, and that was Starfield, and that was rumored to be coming out on other platforms after the Xbox had already said, no, that's not coming out on anything but Xbox and PC. And then following hot on the heels of that was, oh no, that means Indiana Jones is coming out as well. But Phil has put that to bed. These games are not coming out on other platforms.
They are not Starfield or Indiana Jones. There's really no fundamental change to how we think about exclusivity.
So as far as Phil Spencer is concerned and his team, there's no change to how their exclusivity philosophy. It's going to be done on a case-by-case basis. So they say. We'll never know if this was really going to be what was going to be said originally until all those leaks came out. All the big Twitter and YouTube influencers who basically make their whole identity one specific thing were all crying and going, oh, I'm leaving Xbox, why, I'm selling my Xbox, look at me, look at my receipts, I've sold my Xbox, now I've traded it in for a PlayStation, why, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, bit unnecessary really, wasn't that? Yeah. So if you think about this logically, take off the fanboy hats for a second. The PlayStation is outselling the Xbox 3-1, and the Switch outsells both of those 2 anyway. Like combined, I think. So now that these games have reached their full potential and full exposure on Xbox and PC, and to those players that play those games on those platforms, kind of makes sense if you think about it to put the smaller games onto other platforms to try and get a bit more money out of it. I mean, Xbox just want to entice people into the Xbox ecosystem so they can make more money out of them.
There is an interesting story for us of introducing Xbox franchises to players on other platforms to get them more interested in Xbox.
You got to remember, it doesn't matter if you're a PlayStation fan, a Switch fan, a Sega fan, it doesn't matter what fan you are of what specific system. None of these companies care about you. Like, if you think Xbox cares about you, or PlayStation cares about you, or Nintendo cares about you, they don't care about you. All they care about is money. Cash money, that's all they care about. And they want to get as much money as possible without damaging their brand. Remember, I don't think Xbox has recovered from the disaster of the Xbox One launch. Phil Spencer has spent nearly a decade trying to salvage the mess that Don Matrick left behind.
Fortunately, we have a product for people who aren't able to get some form of connectivity. It's called Xbox 360.
Right. So stick with 360, that's your message if you don't, like it?
If you have zero access to the internet, that is an offline device.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Xbox One.
TV experience. TV and movies. TV. Xbox. Watch TV. TV. Watch TV. TV and TV remote. TV experience. TV. Sports TV. Anybody? TV, MTV, TV. Sports.
Television, TV,
television, TV.
And also, you got to remember, if Xbox was the market leader, none of this would be happening. They wouldn't be going on saying, exclusives are going to be a thing of the past and systems aren't the most important thing.
Exclusive games that are exclusive to one piece of hardware, are going to be a smaller and smaller part of the game industry.
We've sort of seen this inversion over the last 5 years where it used to be that the platform was the biggest thing. Today, big games like a Roblox or a Fortnite could actually be bigger than any one platform.
Yeah,
and that really has changed the way that we think about things.
In an ideal world, every exclusive would be available on every platform. Like if you had like a PlayStation exclusive, it would have a term of exclusivity on the PlayStation before it then came to every other system known to man. Same thing with Xbox, same thing with Nintendo, but that's not how the world works. Exclusives have always been a thing. If you wanted to play Sonic the Hedgehog, you had to get a Sega Mega Drive or Genesis. If you wanted to play Super Mario Brothers, you had to get a NES or a SNES. You know, you want to play Crash Bandicoot, you need to get a PS1. You want to play Halo, you need to get an Xbox. Xbox needs to have its exclusive games that are its identity or what makes Xbox Xbox, or what's the point? Same thing with PlayStation, needs to have its PlayStation games to make PlayStation, and Nintendo, and whatever other systems come out, they all need their exclusive stuff. So on the Xbox side, we're talking Halo, Gears, Forza. There are those games are the ones that you think of are Xbox. Gears of War, oh, that's Xbox. Halo, that's Xbox. Likewise, Last of Us, oh, that's PlayStation. If Xbox came out and said, oh yeah, we're becoming third party, they would be basically slapping people in the face that have built their digital library on Xbox. Something that I've been doing for years now, since the 360. That's when I first started buying digital games on the 360. That's when my digital library, as they like to call it, started. Didn't start on Xbox One, it started just before that, towards the latter stages of the 360's lifespan. So Xbox needs to come out and say, oh, all our games are coming onto Game Pass, and they're going to stay on Game Pass. Everything we own is going to come onto Game Pass.
Equally important is where have you built up your library of games, right? Where have you invested? Where's that library? All of our games will be on the Xbox platform. All of our games will go into Game Pass on day one. We know that Game Pass will only be available on Xbox.
So things like the Activision Blizzard games are going to start coming out on Game Pass. We've already heard that from the podcast.
Activision and Blizzard games are coming to Game Pass, starting with Diablo 4 on March 28th, which I'm super, super excited to share today. And it's all part of our commitment to make Xbox, the Xbox experience, and the games that we build as widely available as possible.
I think all the first-party studios like Rare and Coalition and 343 and all that, all their games, Playground and all that kind of stuff, those games, the big games will stay exclusive to Xbox and PC. The smaller side stuff, like when Obsidian made Grounded, that's not going to sell Xboxes, that game. I haven't even played that game. And I'm an Xbox fan, and I've never even downloaded that game or played it, Grounded. I've got no interest in it, really. All that type of stuff will stay exclusive to Xbox. I think going forward, everything from Activision Blizzard will stay third party, because some of their big franchises, like Call of Duty, was never in a million years going to be an Xbox exclusive. Never. It's too big. It makes too much money on other platforms for them to just go, nah, just cut that revenue stream off completely.
Realistically, if you look with the addition of Activision and Blizzard and ZeniMax, we're one of the largest game publishers on PlayStation. We're one of the largest publishers on the Nintendo Switch, especially when you put Minecraft into the equation as well.
But shoving it on Game Pass and saying, hey, do you want to pay $70 for it or £70 for it here? Or do you want to come and play it on Game Pass and just have it in as part of your sub? Do you know what I mean? It's like, you've got to get a certain amount of people coming across from PlayStation that are going to buy an Xbox specifically just for that reason. That they don't have to buy the game outright every year. And then you're going to get your diehards that are like, Xbox is evil, cut, go to the dark side. I'll say, well, PlayStation until I die. PlayStation loves me. Newsflash, no, they don't. They love your money. They don't give a shit about you. They don't care about you at all. Likewise, Xbox, they don't give a shit about you. All they care about is your cash. As long as you keep subscribing to Game Pass every month, they're happy. But I don't think we're going to see Xbox leaving the hardware industry anytime soon. I mean, they literally said in this podcast that they're already looking at the next generation already and already planning it, and there's going to be a huge technological leap.
We're also invested in the next generation roadmap. And what we're really focused on there is delivering the largest technical leap you will have ever seen in a hardware generation, which makes it better for players and better for creators and the visions that they're building.
And until we see the big Xbox franchises like Halo, Forza, etc. come out on PlayStation and Switch, I don't think there's any fear of them going and leaving the hardware side of things, which isn't a good thing if they did. Like when Sega stopped making consoles at the end of the Dreamcast lifespan, that wasn't a good thing. And Sony's got a big part to play in that by, like, again, third-party exclusives that they like to do. They basically took EA off Sega's system. And that was a big part of why Sega left the industry. Lack of support for the Dreamcast. One company having a monopoly on everything is not good, because Nintendo are never going to step back up again to parity like they used to have. The last time they did that was GameCube. It was the last time they had a system that was more or less the same power level as the other two systems. Because if one company has the monopoly, they're the ones that are going to start dictating prices and stuff. Yeah, your console's going to cost 800 quid, $800. Games are going to cost $100 now, eat shit. And there's going to be nothing that anyone could do about it because there is no competition. So you need companies fighting against each other to keep the industry healthy. Look at the arrogance that Sony had before the PS3 come out. Get 2 jobs to buy a PS3.
How about new?
Then likewise, the arrogance that Don Matrix team showed with the Xbox One launching. They thought, we're untouchable. 360 is a juggernaut. No way we're going to lose the next generation.
TV. Watch TV.
Called Xbox 360.
That's my thoughts on this news. Do you agree with what I've said? Leave a comment and let me know if you agree with what I said, or if you have a completely different viewpoint. Drop it down in the comments. We'll have a chat. If you like the video, there's a button for you to press specifically for that purpose. And if you're not subscribed, subscribing would be badass. And if you are subscribed already, thanks a lot. Up here you can see some other videos. It might be me unboxing the PS5. I bought a PS5 the other day. Might be one of them. Might be me ranking Sega Mega Drive games. It might be me uploading videos from the Xbox 360 marketplace that I'm trying to rescue before the whole thing gets shut down in July. Who knows? Who knows? Have a watch. Have a watch. Right, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.